Assalamu alaikum, dear students. I am your English teacher. We will start our lesson of week number 11. So class 5, let's start our lesson. Name of your textbook is Cambridge Global English 5 and page number textbook page number 58 to 60 and activity book page number 40 to 41. That these pages we will complete in our task, and chapter is chapter number 4, that is about celebration. Lesson, the topic is Harriet Henry birthday party. Resources required: laptop, textbook and activity book. Let's start the introduction and summary of the lesson. Read given description and comprehend it. Try to understand. Learn about the different famous celebrations of Pakistan and other countries, like we celebrate our religious festival, Eid ul-Fitr, Eid ul-Azha, and national festival like Independence Day. Some important celebrations for Muslim are as Eid ul-Fitr, Eid ul-Azha and Eid Miladun Nabi, when our holy prophet, peace be upon him, was born. Okay, next let's start the next slide. The learning objective: students will be able to learn about the famous celebrations of the country, some important celebrations of Pakistan, how to write an essay on any celebration or description of the event. Okay, these are the how to write a good essay description of an event. Dear students, there are 5 steps to write a good essay. Number 1, essay writing basic knowledge. Step 1, introduction. The main person, you will describe the environment, the framework conditions, for example, they have written there on the page: on a hot day Tom went to the pond with his friends. That is the introduction that leads to the main story. So then you will go towards the main story or the main information. Now let's come to the step number 2. This is step number 2, which is actually written as a main part. Like you can see on the page: on a hot day Tom went to the pond with his friends. That was the first step. He had managed to dive over the whole length of the basin, but when he came back his things were gone. This is the main part. Write the main part. You will tell what happens to the main person, how does it react, what will help her, or sorry, who will help her, what does she feel, what is the climax of the story. So you will cover these points. Dear students, step number 3 is regarding conclusion. Like you can see, the first step you said: on a hot day Tom went to the pool with his friends. Then you said he had managed to dive over the whole length of the basin, but when he came back his things were gone. And last is: that would never happen again. So to summarize something, to give an explanation, and to see in the future. The conclusion brings the story to an end and clarifies open questions. So this is step number 3, to conclude your essay or a story. So in the same way you can complete that. Step number 4, heading. Like you have written a main act: on a hot day Tom went to the pool with his friends. He had managed to dive over the whole length of the basin, but when he came back his things were gone. That would never happen again. Make curious so that it will be interesting and people will take interest. Do not betray too much. Try to be to the point and frank and up to the mark. Short and sweet. The heading makes you want to read. So this is step 4. Let's come to the step 5. Take the time to build good sentences. Try to make short sentences and a very meaningful sentences. Different types of sentences you can use. You can use different verbs, different adjectives, and use a literal speech to express feelings. Like you can use similes, metaphor, personification. So these sort of things. This was the step number 5. Now these are the 5 basic steps for writing an essay or description of any event or story, whatever you want to write. So activity. Now students, you will write an essay to describe how you have celebrated your Eid ul-Fitr after the month of Ramadan that has been passed. How you celebrated, you know very well. You will use past tense for the description of the event. Obviously, dear students, it will be written in past tense because you have already celebrated Eid ul-Fitr. So you will use the past tense to describe all the essay in a very good and meaningful way. Try to use some little words and use adjectives and suitable verbs and adverbs for the better description of the event. So it will make your essay more meaningful, more interesting, and it will be good to read that. And thank you. I hope you will write your essay in a very good way about the celebration of Eid ul-Fitr, and I wish you best of luck.